Okay, so this is a mini lesson on the white belt hot cross buns. So in this mini lesson, I am going to remind us what the 4 steps to learning a song are, and then we're going to use those 4 steps to learning a song to review hot cross buns. If you are still working on the white belt, or if you have finished your white belt, but you haven't been practicing recording in a while and you think that you need some time before you jump into the belt that you are working on, this video is for you. So, step 1 is clap and speak the rhythm. So, we are going to go down to our white belt song, which is Ha Cross Buns, and we are going to clap and speak the rhythm using ta, ta, ti, and rest. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 ti, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, ta, ta. So that would be step 1. If you made a mistake, I suggest rewinding the video and doing it again, or pausing it right on this screen and doing it on your own. Step 2 is to say and sing our note names. Now it says with a hand staff. That, if you forget, is using your hand and pointing like each of your fingers are the lines and the spaces between your fingers are the spaces. If the hand staff is not something that you like very much, if it confuses you, don't do it. We've talked about it in class. You do not have to do it. I'm not requiring you to do it by any means. So, I am going to use my hand staff. You do not have to use your hand staff. But before we do that, we got to make sure that we know what every note is. So we have to identify each individual note, starting with this one. So that is B, right? And then we move to A. I'm going to color code it for those of you who like color coding. And then G. And then we go back to B. Then we go to A. Then we go to G. And then the trickiest part of hot cross buns, we stay on G, 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 G. Then we go back to A, 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 A. And then we finish it off with B, A, G one last time. Now that looks really messy, so I'm going to fix it in this area because those look very messy. So it's easier. I'm gonna just go across if it'll let me do it. Oh, I have to go back. Sorry, friends, I'm learning this technology just like you are learning this new technology. So I am learning this for the very first time yesterday. And now today I'm making this video for you. So let's say those letter names. Like I said, you do not have to use your hand staff. I'm going to use mine though. 1, 2, here we go. B, A, G, B, A, G, 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 A, B, A, G. Now, if you remember from class, you will know that these guys right here, there's one right here, and there's one right here. Those guys are super important. Those are called breath marks, and breath marks are where we breathe. If you remember that, awesome. If you forgot, I just reminded you, so it's okay. So now we did steps 1 and step 2. If you need to redo step 2 for any reason, pause the video now and do it again. But I'm going to move on to step 3, which is finger and say, but do not play. That is step 3 right there. Now, I said this a couple other times, but if you haven't watched those videos yet, you can use your pencil if you do not have your recorder with you at home. I'm going to be using my pencil today while we are practicing in this mini lesson to show you what that looks like. Plus, we all know what hot cross buns sounds like on recorder, so we don't need to worry about that. So remember, make sure your left hand is on top. If you are using your recorder, you know that your thumb goes on the hole in the back, right? And you are using your first 3 fingers on your left hand. If you are using a pencil like I am, you want to set it up so that your thumb is like kind of under the eraser. It's not right under the eraser. It's a little bit under the eraser. I'm using a traditional pencil. If you have a mechanical pencil, you want it to be, your thumb to be kind of where the little hook thing is to hook it onto stuff should be. My hook thing is broken on this pencil. But that's where you want your top thumb to be so that you have enough space for all of your other fingers going down. So I'm going to switch back to my normal pencil because I like that one better. So we are going to finger and say, but do not play, starting at the beginning of the song. So here we go. B, A, G, B, A, G, 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 A, B, A, G. Now, I would suggest that if you made a mistake that you do that step a couple more times. If you did it 100% perfectly, though, you would be ready for step 4, which is play the notes and rhythms on recorder. Now, you may be thinking, but Miss Cooper, I'm using a pencil. I cannot play the notes and rhythms on recorder. What should I do? You can do step 4 one of 2 different ways. Either you can do step 4 the same way that you did step 3, or you can practice singing B, A, and G without saying the letters. So I'm going to demonstrate it that way. If you have your recorder, at this point you should be playing, but I'm going to demonstrate it with the pencil the way that you would do step 4 without saying the letter names. So here we go. Da, 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 da. The reason why I chose da is because it makes a similar motion with your tongue as the to sound that we want when we play the recorder. If you want to practice with a pencil saying to, you can do it that way as well. Either da or to would be a good way to practice step 4 if you don't have a recorder. If you do have a recorder, obviously you're going to be playing instead. So I hope that this review of hot cross buns was helpful to you. And as always, friends, if you need any help, please let me know and I will be happy to help you as best I can. Happy practicing.